The market pushes higher over our 45-30 target. Now the all-time highs on the futures chart are within reach. Is this a good thing for the bulls? Find out next on Invest with Jacob. All right, guys, so the market grinded around under 45.30 for most of the day before the bulls stepped on the gas at the end of the day, pressing through 45.30 and closing near 45.40. Now, this sounds like a great day for the bulls, but as I mentioned yesterday, the higher they push this without a pullback, the less reliable the structure becomes. Now, I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the S&P 500. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so with the move up to 45.40, it's not a huge push over 45.30, but it is starting to extend pretty high here. Now, that doesn't mean the bulls can't retain the structure, and it doesn't mean that this isn't bullish. It just means the higher they push this, the less reliable it becomes. So I went from being very bullish yesterday to being still bullish today, but not as much as I was before. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, here we are on the 5-minute futures chart. And before we jump into the analysis, I do want to go over one thing really quick. At the end of this video, I always ask for people to join my Facebook group and get in my Slack channel. It's all free. And the reason for that is I give out real-time market updates, and those are very important. But on top of that, okay, when the market is slow or boring, I'm looking at other charts and I give out bonus setups. So last Thursday, I gave everybody in the room Square, okay? I gave Square right here, and it's already up in a week 7%, 7.5% actually, and has a lot of room to run. It's got a great bottom and a 1-2 setup, and we're trading in wave 3 right now, and Square is exploding. So I gave that out last week for guys as a bonus, and we're making some money on that. And then a few weeks ago, I gave out Tesla. Okay, I gave it out in this 770 region back here. All right, it's up to 893 at the close today. And that's up 17% since I gave it out in 3 weeks. And we've made a ton of money on the options here. I took out a bunch of profit here. And now we're letting the rest of our options ride with a 1,000-point target and 850 stops. So it's really valuable to be in my trading room as I'm giving you other trade setups besides the S&P 500. All right, with that out of the way, let's jump into the analysis for today. Okay, so as you can see, we grinded low here most of the day and then finally pushed up and through. And now this move up here that we're following is basically following the bottom trend line of the pitchfork channel. And when that breaks down, okay, we'll get our pullback and wave 4. The question is from where? This is taking on kind of a diagonal form on the way up, this move up here. So I would expect one more wave higher toward the all-time highs and then a breakdown from there. All right, once it does break down, the key level for us to watch is going to be this 1, 2, 3, 6 extension at 45.08. As long as this extension continues to hold, okay, 45.08, as long as that continues to hold support, they can still push this higher. All right, but when this breaks, then we should be able to see what kind of pullback we're going to get, and that will be what tells us what this market's going to do. Now, I am still in the bullish camp now, but I do want them to pull this back sooner than later because the higher they push it, the more parabolic it looks and the bigger chance of a crash to follow. So right now, guys, the update's going to be pretty quick and clean today. We are watching this path up, and our key level to watch is 45.08 to the downside, and then 45.67 is the high side key level. If they push it up to there, that should provide heavy resistance, and we should get the pullback from up there. However, given the shape that this has taken, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4 setup. We should have a wave 5 up toward the all-time highs. I'm guessing just a little bit short of this 45.67, and then we pull back from there. But the key level, as I said, is 45.08. If they break that, we can start trying to figure out what kind of pullback we're going to get. So that's the next step, is we need to see the pullback. When we get this pullback, if we get a clear corrective structure, meaning we get an A, a bounce, and B, and then a C down, okay, then we are very confident that we're going to get a wave 5 higher and take off from there, and we are pretty bullish in that regard. If you get a 5-wave structure down, so you get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down, okay, then it looks like wave 1 of C, and it's very possible that we have the bigger C wave correction down towards, as I said, about 4,300 now that they've pushed it this high, possibly as low as 4,260 for like a double bottom. But 4,300 lines up a little more accurately. So Basically, guys, what we're watching is two levels, 4508 to the downside and 4567 to the upside. It's the 1.618 extension on the high and the 1236 on the low. Our target for this wave 4 pullback, should it be corrective, starts again at 4471. That's the 1.0 extension of 1 and 2, and can go as low as I said the other day, 4395, because it is not uncommon for a wave 4 to come down into wave 1 territory. So the 0.5 extension here is 4395, so that is the low side of support. If 4395 breaks, we're looking at the bigger C wave down. All right, guys, so our first level of support is 4508, and then each one of these fibs on the way down, we're going to watch and see what kind of structure we have, and if we get a bounce, and look for a bottom there for a wave 5 rally up. Guys, if you like the information that I put out in this video and you want real-time market updates from me, just like I talked about at the beginning of the video, you need to get in my Facebook group, okay? There's a link down in the description. Click that link. It'll bring you over to Facebook. Once you get to Facebook, you do need to get approved to get in my Facebook group, and all I ask to get approved is that you subscribe to this YouTube channel. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come on over to Facebook. We'll get you in there. We'll hit this featured button right here, guys, okay? So hit featured and then scroll down. When you scroll down, you'll get to see my documented trades, everything we have traded on this channel that has been documented. As a side note, I do not document the bonus stuff like the Square and the Tesla that I showed you today. That is just stuff I give out to our members and kind of update as we go along. But all of our SPY trades are on here, so you can see what we've been trading. And then you scroll a little bit further down and you see a link to my Slack channel. Now, Slack is just a free chat channel, and I am on there all day giving real-time market updates. I give out all of our buy alerts, our sell alerts. I give our strike prices, our expirations, our stops, our targets, all that good stuff, so that you know exactly what we're looking at in our trade. And it is a very talented group of traders in here that have different trading styles. Some of them are very beginning traders all the way up to the very advanced. It's a great place to learn or improve your trading. So come on over and let's make some money together, guys. All right, key takeaways for today. We are watching 4508. It is our key level to the bottom. It's the 1236 extension. If that breaks, we can finally start to see this pullback take shape and understand what kind of pullback we are getting. A 3-wave corrective pullback, okay? That means we're getting wave 4 down, and we should be looking for wave 5 higher, and we are very, very bullish at that point. If we get a 5-wave structure down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it breaks 43.95, in that case, we start to look at the bigger C wave down, and we will look to trade that appropriately. All right, guys, it's the weekend. Have a drink, enjoy your family. Have a great weekend. That is the market update, and I will talk to you next week.